Okay, so I'm going to show you how to do program enrollment. So I'm going to choose this resident because he just barely moved in, first of this month. And to get to program enrollment, I need to go to his folder. So I'm going to click right here on the grade area. That takes you to the folder. And then to add a new program enrollment, you hit the little paper with the plus sign and choose what program they're enrolling in. Participation code status means if they're a participant, non-participant, and opted out means that they've signed the form saying that they opt out of receiving services with you. And non-responsive means that they just didn't sign anything. They just chose not to participate at this time. And then if they're head of household, resident status, frail, at risk, non-elderly with disability or non-elderly without disability, or other. Frail, they have to have 3 or more ADLs. At risk, they have to have 1 or 2 ADLs. Non-elderly with disability means that they have to have a disability that is registered with the ADA. Non-elderly without disability, we really don't have any of those. Other means that they don't have any ADLs. So I'm going to go with other. And then he lives by himself and he doesn't have a pet. And over here you can see the checklist. So you have to do income and employment assessment, and you click the plus new sign to add a new employment assessment. So since he just moved in, I'm going to do intake. Anytime that you do an update with an assessment, you can click this update, or you can do yearly. We don't really need to worry about exiting assessment type, because when we exit or make a resident inactive, we don't do an assessment. So he has insurance, and he has Medicare and Medicaid. And if you don't know the Medicare number or the Medicaid number, you can just put don't know. And then if they have A, B, or D, C or D, and then Medicare savings programs are if the state is help paying for their Medicare Part B premium. You click which one. Most of them either have a QMB and SLMB. So he has Medicaid. This one here participates in state funding program via Medicaid. We don't have any of these programs right here in the state of Utah, so that would always be none. And then he's employed. If you don't know as far as their income, you can just click information not included or collected or unknown. So I actually haven't met this person yet, so I'm not sure as far as if he has any of this information. So all of these are checked, so then you click Store Linked Record. And then the next one is the individual assessment. You click New. And if they have a primary caregiver, and that. And I don't know if he has had a medical examination or a dental visit in the last 12 months. So if you click medical examination status code and click yes, it will give you a drop-down box to put the approximate date on there. And then if you've helped with any evictions, if they've received any lease violations, then you can put that on there. And then these are kind of behaviors that you kind of see when meeting with the person. These are just mainly NA as far as if they, because we're not sure a lot of times, like if their emotional pattern is recent or if they're receiving counseling. We don't really want to ask them if they're receiving counseling, but if they offer that, then you can mark it. So he does not have adequate transportation because he doesn't have transportation, and yes, he needs transportation. And no, his transportation doesn't meet his needs. I know from the property manager that he relies a lot on his family. So, and you put as far as yes, it keeps him from medical appointments or getting medications, or yes, the transportation keeps him from non-medical meetings, appointments, work, or getting items the resident needs. And then you can put mental functioning, you can put clothing, grooming, or if there's any signs of poor judgment, and then click Store and New. And then here, in case of emergency, you can click that and it gives you an option to put what local hospital they prefer to go in case of emergency. And this is life planning as far as if they have a living will, power of attorney, you can add that also there. And then you click Save. And you can go back to the folder. And then if you want to view those assessments, you can right here. And each time you add an assessment, you have more boxes that you can check and look at.